not planned to film a video today, but I figured that I like my outfit, my hair looks nice since I went to the hairdresser today. Why not take this opportunity and actually film a video? Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I will react to my 5-star predictions of 2023. Basically how I do my 5-star predictions is I divide it into 3 different categories. We do 2023 or that year's releases, upcoming releases. We do books I own and we do backlist books. What I'm gonna do today is simply react to my 5-star predictions that I posted I think in January this year, and we're gonna see how many of those I have read and how many of those were 5 stars. I don't remember all of my 5-star predictions, but I don't think that I plan on reading any of the other ones that are on this list, so we might as well do this now. I think I'm gonna sit like this and watch it, and I will cut in the video somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see how I'll do this. I don't know. I might do it without sound, maybe, or maybe not. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would talk about some of my 5-star predictions for 2023. We're gonna see. I've done this video basically every year. I'm also wearing red in this video, by the way. That's pretty nice. First book I want to mention is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. Yellowface by R.F. Kuang was the first book. I have read it. And I did give it 5 stars, okay? It's one of my top books of the year. I love Rebecca Kuang. I love what this book did. It was very on the nose. Rebecca Kuang doesn't really hide the purpose of her writing in her books. I really liked Yellowface. I think it was a very smart book and I appreciated it a lot. My probably most anticipated release of 2023 is a book by B. Schwab. And that is the first book in her new Threads of Power series. It does not have a name yet. It does not even have a publication date yet. Okay, Fragile Threads of Power is the next book. It didn't even have the complete name when I filmed this video last time. I've also read the Fragile Threads of Power actually, and I also gave it 5 stars. I know myself and my favorite authors, I feel like. It was a bit of a slower start. I was conflicted like part ways through the book if I was gonna give it a 4-star or a 5-star, but I did think that it ended quite strong and I really like where the story left off and what it's building up towards. For me it just felt like home being back with those characters, so I had a good time reading it and I gave it 5 stars. The next 2023 release is the sequel to She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. Okay, next we have He Who Drowned the World by Shelley Parker Chan. I do own that one actually. It's right here. See? And I have started it and I am 100 something pages into it. 120 pages. I haven't finished it. So, I don't know. I guess it's unread if I haven't finished it yet. So I need to count it as unread. Basically with that one, I struggled getting into it. Okay, I don't remember the first book too well. And I'm typically not someone that rereads a book in a series in order to read the next book in the series. So I have no intentions of rereading She Who Became the Sun. I think the issue is also I started to read He Who Drowned the World during a time when I was quite busy and not perhaps in the best state of mind either. I've sort of put that one aside. I do have every intention of finishing that one. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star just because it's a very difficult book to get into, especially if you don't remember that much of the first series. It's quite complex and difficult, I would say. A very complicated story with the characters as well. So it is a struggle. It is a struggle, unfortunately. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star, but I can't say yet because I haven't finished it. The 4th book on my 2023 radar is another sequel. It's a sequel to the Iron Widow series. I don't remember if that series has any other name, but Iron Widow. And the book is called Heavenly Tyrant. Heavenly Tyrant I was super excited about, but I believe it was announced fairly early this year that this book would be pushed back to being released first in 2024. So it actually hasn't been released yet. It will be released, I think, August or September of next year. I think it's still a 5-star prediction actually, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't really count this to anything. we're gonna step away from fantasy and talk about a memoir. Because Elliot Page is releasing Page Boy. Next up is Page Boy by Elliot Page. I also read this one. I've done good. I've done fairly good. 3 out of 5 so far. And like 1 doesn't even count. So 3 out of 4, but I've started the 4th one. Doing really good. I did listen to Page Boy. I did not give it 5 stars. I believe I gave it 3 stars. I really appreciate Elliot sharing his story. But my issue with this memoir was that it was a very non-linear story in how it was told. We were jumping a lot through time and events. I think linear memoirs just work better for me. Perhaps if it had been done differently, I don't know. I remember struggling with keeping up with it, feeling confused regarding the timeline. Quite a recent addition to my TBR is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Red Rising, I actually have not read yet. Unread, never really got to it. I think I must have forgotten I have it or something. Next up, we have Things My Son Needs to Know About the World by Fredrik Backman. Things My Son Needs to Know About the World by Fredrik Backman. I did read this one and I did give it 5 stars. Oh my god, it's just wonderful writing once again. Is it my favorite memoir? No, it's not. But it's a freaking good one. It isn't really a memoir, or it's like a personal essay collection, I would say. It's basically Backman's notes about being a father and about parenthood and similar. He's just got this way of writing that is hilarious yet heartfelt, and it always gets to me no matter what I'm reading. Next up, let's go with a romance, shall we? It's From Luca with Love by Mariana Zapata. From Luca with Love. Have not read that one yet, so I guess it's another unread. I'm not keeping track of the score, by the way, but you will see it somewhere here on the screen. I think I had the intention to read it, but just never got to it. Next 5-star prediction from my own TBR is Gideon The Ninth by Tamsin Muir. Also haven't gotten to Gideon The Ninth yet. I also think I had the intention of reading it in like September or something for a TBR. I feel like it was on a TBR during fall, or maybe August. It might have been August. Perhaps next year. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about the books that I haven't read. Final book amongst my own TBR, the books I own. 5-star predictions. We have The Martian by Andy Weir. Yay! I actually did read The Martian, and I actually did give it 5 stars. I feel like I know myself pretty well. Hey! I'm proud of that. Good job, Charlotte. I actually really enjoyed this one. It was so funny. Like, it was so freaking funny. The main character, Mark, is hilarious. But I also liked how nerdy it was, and that it actually went into detail to explain the chemistry and biology and physics to us. As someone who has a degree within STEM subjects and who has studied it for a majority of her life, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm actually excited to read more by Andy Weir. So hopefully I will get to his other books. Perhaps next year already. We're gonna have to see. First book I want to mention is, I'm gonna say this wrong, Thistlefoot? Thistlefoot, I haven't read. We have a non-fiction. This one is Last Train to Memphis by Peter Goralnik. Ooh. Last Train to Memphis I don't own, but I've been eyeing it. I've been adding it to my cart multiple times this year, but I've never pulled the trigger and actually purchased it. I am still very excited to read this. I still think it could be a 5-star. Next book is another wild card, I would say. It's Penance by Kanae Minato. Once again, never picked up Penance. Don't know what to say about it. Is it still a 5-star prediction? Maybe. I think it's more like a 4-star. That's more likely. Final 5-star prediction based on basically nothing. We have Middle Game by Shannon McGuire. So I put Middle Game on my 5-star prediction. Don't own it. Haven't read it. But I do mention in this video that I've never read anything by Shannon McGuire. And that's not true anymore, because I actually listened to Every Heart a Doorway earlier this year. Was that a 5-star? No, it wasn't. It was a 3-star. But hey, I've started my Shannon McGuire journey at least. But still haven't got into Middle Game. Once again, I believe I've had it in my cart, but just didn't click buy. I've been close to getting it. And that's apparently it for my 5-star predictions. So I apparently did great with books that were released in 2023. and I did fairly good with the books I already owned. I did absolutely terrible with the backlist books that I don't own, mainly because I didn't read any of those. Each year I'm getting a better grasp of what's gonna be a 5-star for me. What is also interesting though, every year I'm expanding what types of genres I'm reading. Like this year I got more into memoirs and non-fictions, and I feel like that will definitely stay with me for next year. It's interesting to figure out what my preferences for books are in other types of genres as well, like with the memoirs and non-fiction. I'm very excited to make this video for next year. I don't think I have any books on my radar currently, but I will definitely figure that one out. You will get my 2024 5-star predictions sometime in January. But until then, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after all.